The scores are in, and that's a wrap for the 2023 individual quarterfinals. Most of the names you expect to see headed to semifinals will be there, with a few familiar names that potentially just missed the cut line. Hey, everybody, and welcome inside my home studio for Talking Elite Fitness. I'm Lauren Khalil. The quarterfinals for the individuals has now wrapped up, and we have the unofficial winners for both the men and the women's field, along with the unofficial winners from Event 5. Let's first take a look at that final test, Event 5. Those unofficial winners for the men, Patrick Vellner with a time of 4:09 out of North America West, and for the women, Laura Horvath with a time of 4:11 out of Europe. We were able to catch up with Patty V shortly after the leaderboard had closed, and he told us that this was a great way to finish out the weekend.
Test 5 was good. That's a good workout for me on paper. So it's nice when you can take a big swing and it's everything still works the way it should, right? So go figure. Heavy deadlifts and gymnastics pulling is still something I'm good at.
Right.
But it was good. It's like, you never know, right? Quarterfinals, again, being online, you just you finish it and you're like, yeah, that was about as fast as I think I could do it.
Yeah.
It was hard at the end, and you go as quick as you can. You kind of make an aggressive decision and try to just hang on to it. But that was a fun workout to do. And particularly being strong in those movements, I feel like it was a fun one to just kind of see where you're at and say, let's go for it a bit and really push. There's nothing really in your way that's going to stop you. You're just going to feel heavy in those rope climbs at the end if you make a really aggressive decision. So, I went with aggressive and it paid out. So it's nice.
Let's take a look now at the unofficial overall winners. We'll look at the men and women's top 3 performances. For the men, standing at the top, we have Justin Medeiros, followed by Pat Vellner and Dallin Pepper. Over for the women's side, we have Mel O'Brien, followed by Gabby McGowan and Laura Horvath. Now, Mel, she recently won the Open. Now she won quarterfinals, and while neither of those were her ultimate goal for either of those stages, she said it's nice to see that everything she's been doing in training is paying off.
I kind of talked to Matt, we had a conversation after the last workout, and it was just kind of like, we know what to alter in our training and everything, like what we're going to attack, it just kind of, this is just proof that we're on the right track, and what we're doing in our training is working and everything. And the plan we had for after quarterfinals training, leading into semifinals, is still going to stay the exact same with the results we saw from this weekend. So, it's just really exciting to not really have to take any steps back, and we can just keep pushing the envelope further and further.
Justin Medeiros giving a similar sentiment, saying that while he is far from his peak fitness, being the overall winner for the quarterfinals is a nice check-in.
I think just to have these workouts, and especially on the worldwide leaderboards of the Open and quarterfinals, you really get to compare yourself to some other athletes, see where you stacked up, see where your weaknesses are. And I think even though it's been a pretty awesome weekend, it's been going really well for me, there's definitely things where I know I can improve on. It's cool to, and definitely some things that I've worked on and seeing them pay off. I think it's that's why competing is so much fun. You really get to test those things and see where you stack up, how you are. And I think just the next 2 months, I'm really excited for, because the off season was super hectic, lots of travel, not a lot of routine. And I felt like I was really behind, going into the Open, and I was really nervous about quarterfinals because I wasn't sure where I was stacked up. I didn't feel like where I wanted to be, just because just other obligations have come up. And I think it's been a good confidence boost for me going into this, knowing that I'm far from my best right now, but I still think I can compete at a high level.
Some of those bubble athletes that we've been keeping our eye on all weekend long that were just outside of the cut line, all coming from the men's side. We'll first look at Willie George. He's out of Europe. He finished 70th overall. We also have Austin Spencer finishing 91st. He is out of North America East. And then we'll take a look at Zach Watts finishing 79th, also out of North America East. Now, do keep in mind that there is still some backfill scenarios that have some potential to shift this leaderboard. Athletes that finish just outside or on the bubble of that cut line might shift when we look at age group, as well as team declarations. Some important deadlines to be mindful of. We have the video review process that will come to a close on March 27th, followed by invites that will then be sent out to semifinal athletes on March 28th. And then those athletes will either accept or decline. That deadline is going to be April 10th. So again, these are still all unofficial results. There still might be some shifting on that leaderboard. Make sure you guys stay up to date with us. Tomorrow, be on the lookout. Myself, Tommy Marquez, Sean Woodland are going to go more in depth on the quarterfinals leaderboard, taking a look at some more athletes on both the men's and women's side. Also, make sure that you guys like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as everything that we will be putting out on social media. You can now go ahead and check out Time Cap by Tommy Marquez with all of the latest headlines. But for now, I'm Lauren Khalil from Talking Elite Fitness, and we'll see you guys next time.